Jalapeno poppers. If you like spice, there might not be a better appetizer. But what would happen if you stuck it inside of a chicken? What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. If you saw Wednesday's short, you know we're in the middle of cleaning out the freezer. So I happened to find some chicken breasts, some bacon, and some jalapenos. But I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Well, today, I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Now, full disclosure, I've never made this recipe before, and I've more or less made it up on the spot. So we're going to see how it goes. Yes, I know, that's some risky business. So on this week's episode, I'm going to be making bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper chicken. So what exactly is bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper chicken? Well, to be honest, I don't really know.
What?
I saw that stuff in the freezer and I thought, what if you just pounded a chicken, made some jalapeno popper filling, put some jalapenos in that filling, stuffed it in the middle of your pounded chicken, rolled it back up, and wrapped it in bacon? How bad could that be? Yeah, famous last words, right?
I'm in danger!
So today, that's what we're going to try. So to kick things off, let's make our filling. We're going to start with some green onion here. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. You may be thinking to yourself, that's one big green onion. Yes, it is. We grow these ourselves. It is far bigger than any green onion I've ever seen in the store. So once you get that more or less cleaned up, there's a bit of a bulb on here. You can see in the end 2 green onions. So I'm just going to cut that bulb in half to split my green onions. I'm actually going to get rid of it because it looks like it's a little bit moldy inside. So we'll remove that, and there's your green onions. Since these came fresh out of the garden, a little bit of dirt on it, I'm going to wash it off. And then I need about 1/8 of a cup. There's probably more than 1/8 of a cup here. So I'm going to start chopping it and we'll see where I end up. So once you get that cleaned up, we're just going to give it a bit of a chop here. Because this is filling for our jalapeno popper mix, I am going to give it a bit of a dice. I'm just going to kind of chop it again a little bit. You want it a little more fine because you don't want huge chunks of really any of it in here. It's more just for flavor. And that's about 1/8 of a cup right there. So we're going to bring our bowl in. We'll add this to our bowl. And now we need to chop up some jalapeno peppers. Now these are ones that we had grown ourselves and froze. I don't know how hot they are, so I'm just gonna have to give this one a little bit of a try just to see how much heat there is. I made a recipe that calls for 6. I don't want to overpower the flavor of everything else, so I'm just gonna give these a try, then I'll determine how many I need. Yeah, they're not really that hot. I think 6 should be fine. What we're going to do, we'll just cut the end off where the stem goes, and we'll cut it in half again. Then we'll cut those pieces in half. Like I say, you want a fairly small piece. A little bit of liquid still inside some of these from the freezer. Not a big deal. A lot of it will drain out by the time I'm done cutting them up. Now, an important thing to remember, we are cooking with jalapenos. Do not touch your lips. Do not touch your eyes. If I forget to do that, you'll probably see me screaming in this video, and it'll be a good lesson for you not to do it. I'm gonna start with what I have here. I wanna make sure I don't end up with an excessive amount of jalapeno compared to everything else. So all you're gonna do, just line those strands up and just start giving them a chop. Now I'm leaving the seeds in as well. Like I said before, these aren't that hot. At least the one I had wasn't. So I'm not too worried about it. If you are a little more concerned about it, just remove the seeds. Okay, so I did 4. I think that's enough. There's our mix there. You can see there's quite a bit of jalapeno in there. I don't think we want any more. Now that we got our vegetables cut, we can start adding the rest of our ingredients. So we've got 8 ounces of cream cheese here. So we're gonna add our 8-ish ounce brick of cream cheese. In Canada, it's grams, so it's a 250 gram block. So we're gonna add that to our bowl. Now one thing I will point out too, this has been left out for quite a while, so it's room temperature and softened. Very important. You won't be able to break it down if it's still hard. To that, we're gonna add a half a cup of cheese, a teaspoon of smoked paprika just for a little bit of smokiness, a tablespoon of ground black pepper, and 2 cloves of garlic, which works out to roughly 2 teaspoons. So break up that cream cheese, get this all mixed together. Say that's well mixed together. So there we go. We're gonna set this aside. We're gonna pound out our chicken. So when we pound out chicken, at least here, we use a piece of plastic wrap in between. Just keeps the juice from squirting all over everywhere. Just keeps your kitchen a little cleaner. Got 2 chicken breasts here, so we'll go one at a time. Just fold that back over. We can start pounding it up. I'm gonna use the meat tenderizer on the side for this, and I'm not gonna pound it extremely flat. I don't want it to get too flat because I don't want any holes. Otherwise your cheese is just gonna leak out. So we're just gonna start to slowly pound it until we get a nice thickness without going holy, we'll say. Then you can just take it to church. I'm gonna stop right there. So if we just take this plastic wrap off, you can see it's a nice thickness. You've still got some substance for the chicken without it being extraordinarily thick and also too thin that it's full of holes. We'll just pound out the second one. The second one's a little bit bigger, so it's just gonna be a little bit more tricky to do in this plastic wrap, so you just have to keep moving it around. There we go. I'd say that one's roughly the same thickness as the other one, so that's what we're looking for. I'm just gonna set it on a cutting board for now. There's our 2 pieces of pounded chicken. So now we're gonna take our filling and we're gonna try to spread this across as much of this chicken as we can. And there we have it. There's our chicken. So now we're gonna try to roll this up without having really any of the filling come out, which has proven to be far more tricky than I'd hoped. Something kind of like that. Do this other one as well. Something kind of like that. We'll take some bacon. We'll wrap it around our chicken. Something like that. Now hopefully this is going to hold together on the barbecue and it's not going to leak out too much. To be perfectly honest, I'm not holding out a ton of hope. Things have kind of started to fall apart a little bit on me, but we're going to give it a try. So wrap the second one. Now as I say, this has started to fall apart a little bit, but one thing you could do that might help it stay a little more firm, if you had a little more time, you could stick this in the fridge. It would help things firm up a little bit. I don't really have the time for that, so we're just going to have to kind of go at it the way it is. And there we have it. Now it's time for the barbecue. And if you know anything about us, or if you saw one of our most recent shorts, we cook with a charcoal barbecue. So the exact temperature isn't going to be necessarily very accurate. Probably be around 400 degrees. But we're going to cook these for half an hour or so. We'll check them every once in a while, see how they're doing. Then we'll come back and we'll show you the finished product. So let's go toss them on the barbecue. All right, and after about 45-ish minutes, we're done. I don't know how much of the cream cheese stayed in. There is quite a bit of cream cheese in the barbecue, but you can see there is still some cream cheese left. I didn't flip it on all sides because it was leaking and I was a little afraid of it all dripping out. So we were able to char it on one of the sides. If you can seal it better, I would do all of them. As I say, I was a little bit of a chicken, so I only did one side. So let's give it a try and see how they are. I'm gonna cut this in half just to see what the inside looks like. Well, there's still a little bit of jalapeno popper filling in there. Kind of see it there on the edge. Not a ton, but there is a little bit. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. That's perfect. Absolutely delicious. Exactly what I would expect from a jalapeno popper bacon wrapped chicken. Nice jalapeno popper flavor. The bacon in the chicken is bacon and chicken. It's absolutely fabulous. No complaints. Other than, I wish there was a little more filling, but the filling comes through nicely, so it's not the end of the world that some of it dripped out. And the bright side is, if you want a little bit more, I have extra here. I'll just add a little bit more to mine if I want it. So that's it for this video. Hit like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. We upload a new video every Friday afternoon. We always put the recipe or the ingredients in the description box below. Share the video with all of your friends and comment down below. What would you like to see us make next? Or better yet, if you tried this, how did it turn out? Oh, and don't forget, first we cook, then we eat. So good.